Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom on the pride of my people already. Tell my sit Ellie, me I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that they gon' know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only go for the money bags. And I don't really wanna be famous, man.
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On second and 11 now. Powell. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Third and long. Here's Howell. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. But on that play, they held up quite well.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun snap to Willis. And this throw incomplete. And the defender... It's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there that guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground.
It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The Seahawks have 1-6 now. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well.
Walker hit and the ball is out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. There he goes left side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. On for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
On 2nd and 1, Powell. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. The 40. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 2nd and 13, Willis. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. Now Willis on 1st and 10. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Barkley inside handoff. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the stronger safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves. But maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On second down, it's Walker. And he gets it down to the 32. 90 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Foul to the air on 1st and 10. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they go play action with Howell. Rolling to his right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Myers' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Trailing here in the first half still, maybe Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Willis looks to pass it here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jordan Brooks with it. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off play action. It's Howell. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Howell down to throw it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 40 on a sack made by multiple defenders. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going. Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, and they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry. Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go play action. Howell. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Jackson. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives. And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now. Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down and 4, Willis. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. He's got room at the 30, and he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Willis to throw. And he'll just must throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his early interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's third down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Powell. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. So first and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Howell. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Willis now off play action. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side winning the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. Means fourth down. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play.
Here we go.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Bellinger with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants might be moving closer to an elusive second win of the year as they extend that fourth quarter lead. Point after try forthcoming. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. And he fires one incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. 3rd and long, here's Howell. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game. And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Left side here, that's the tight end fan. Finding space at the 40. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1 yard gain. Powell's throw into the hands of Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. Powell throwing on first down here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, and something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say? A lot. And now here is another interception. And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. On the slant, it's Fant. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Throwing again on 2nd down. Howell. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Giants, they pick up their second win now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.